Would you do reality TV?
What, like Only Ways Essex?
More like The Jungle or Strictly or something,
I definitely do. I'm a Celeb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that.
I love the idea of you doing The Only Way is Essex. All of a sudden you
with
just
the Manchester accent.
You just turn up as a new character.
Just moved it for this.
Hello and welcome to the Tooney and Russo Show with me, Vick Hope. I'm here with two of football's most famous friends, Alessia Russo and Ella Toone. We're in a different studio today. Listen, let's just be honest. We've been moving around a lot.
We have. We've not found our home yet.
We've found it difficult to find time to record.
Yes.
So the couch is getting smaller. We can't get a guest on anymore because they're like sitting between us.
Yeah, it's been a busy few months, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We've been trying to find time to get together. Mm-hmm. And whenever we can get it, we do. And then we'll just go wherever it takes us.
Yep.
And here we are. And it's nice.
It is.
Nice.
It's nice. Well, this is kind of an opportunity, as always, to get to know you better. Nothing's off the table. And we talked a lot about futures. We had Kayla, the fortune teller. And it made me think there's so many more questions to ask about the future. Like, what do you think of the future much, or are you very much like, I'm in the present? I've got to concentrate on what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I don't think I think about what I'm going to do after football. I think that scares me, life after football, because all I've ever known is football. I still think I'm quite young yet as well. I'm excited for the future, but I don't like to think about it right now.
I like to really live day by day, else I get a bit too stressed out.
Yeah. But when you say, like, oh, I'm not that old yet, what is old? Like, what do you think of as old?
In the football world, old is like not old in normal world.
Yeah.
Maybe like,
It's like
30s, you
you're
would be
nearly
considered
retiring, yeah.
older players.
Right.
But in the real world, 30s when
When the
say
party
that,
starts.
it's 30s when your life begins. Yeah.
No, but when you were younger, remember, you used to see like a 16-year-old and think that was ancient already. Yeah. And it shifts as you get older, and you do have to, there will come a time when you'll have to consider your prospects. Like, Les, I know you've gone back to studying. Is that because you're thinking ahead and you're thinking, okay, I need something for after, or is it just because, you know what, I'm interested?
Well, maybe a bit of both. I obviously... I was going to say funny enough, but then I just decided
Funnily enough, you've finished it now, haven't you?
I've actually just finished it literally like 2 days ago.
Yes,
Yay, finally. Now
Yeah.
she can
amazing.
Now she can play with me on camp and stuff instead of doing uni work.
Yeah, it's all done, which is nice.
Amazing.
But I think it was two things. One, I did so much of it when I was already out in America, so I was pretty much done. I think I had 5 classes left, and I was just like delaying it. And also, we were chatting about this earlier. I actually really enjoyed it, these last 2 classes, because I'm a little bit older now, and I think I'll go into studying something else. But I don't think it's necessarily for the future. I just think it's nice to maybe when I'm away from football have another focus, you know?
Like, what do those prospects look like after the game? Do you want to stay involved in football?
I think maybe we could be like the new Ant and Dec, maybe something like that.
That would be nice.
Present our own show.
You could, you know.
Yeah.
You could. Like, Alex Scott has gone into TV
Oh,
for
she's
just
been
an incredible
amazing,
career.
Yeah.
Jill Scott,
Jill
obviously,
smashed it,
doing
yeah.
so well.
They've both done really well.
Yeah.
Would you do reality TV?
What, like Only Ways Essex?
Maybe not structured reality. Maybe more like
Oh, yeah.
more like The Jungle or
Oh,
Strictly or something.
yeah, I definitely do. I'm a Celeb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that.
I love the idea of you doing The Only Way is Essex. All of a sudden you
With
just
the Manchester accent.
you just turn up as a new character.
Just moved it for this. When we talk about the future, though, Les always says about owning an own vineyard and just getting off.
Yeah. Part of me does want to just escape everything, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what the future will hold. But yeah, I would like to. I love like Italian, you know, like in the vineyards, we went to the most amazing winery in LA, didn't we? And it was like in the hills, and it was just so peaceful, and they like were so nice and made their own wine. It was like a family business. I just think the idea of that, not that I have any clue how to make wine or anything like that, but just the peaceful of living like in the hills somewhere is quite nice.
I feel you. Like, as you know, that's the life that I've, wanted for a while, and you know, maybe not in the immediate future. And I'm always going to want the draw. I love my job. I love working. I love meeting people and telling stories. But being able to have that peace, being in nature.
Yeah.
We love farming. We love growing our own sustainable like crops. We've been doing olive oil, and we've got grapes now, so we're thinking wine as well. And
nice.
the chickens and the eggs. Like I love nothing more than seeing something start from a seed, from nothing, and growing into something that can sustain you, that can nourish you. Like I just love it so much.
Well, when we went to yours in Ibiza, it was so like peaceful.
Yeah, it was lovely.
It was like in the like I don't know what it is. It hills in Ibiza?
You're sort of in the forest. You're sort of in the countryside.
It was so peaceful and just like that's just so calming, isn't it?
And we have that here as well in the UK. Like my mum and dad live in the countryside now, and I love going back because you just feel the weight just come off your shoulders as soon as you get back. The air is cleaner, it's fresher. Like we're up in Northumberland in the north of the country, and it's just like it's what life's about, really.
Just nice and calm.
Yeah.
Would you ever live in the countryside?
I don't know. I've never done that before.
You don't live in a city where you are now. Like it's still like
it's a town,
calm.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's calm.
Yeah, I like being around people and that. So I think if I was in the countryside and there was nothing really near, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah. It's different for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's different at different stages of your life.
Yeah.
Like 5 years ago, there's no way I'd want to move out of the city because I want to have fun and I want everything that's like at my fingertips to be here.
Yeah.
But life changes.
Yeah.
So I do want to mention
be in peace and quiet.
We've talked a bit on the pod about, I feel like you both said, when we're grown up, I'd love our kids to be friends. And I've seen a couple of footballers recently have announced pregnancies, they're having babies, having to take a bit of time out. What does the future look like when it comes to having your own family? Do you ever think about that and about like the logistics of it with your jobs?
I think it's something that you have to think about. I think it's not as easy as, do I have one and come back? Would I be able to come back? Do I make sure I try and achieve what I can and then step away from the game and have my own family? But yeah, I think right now I'm only 25, so
yeah.
I think for now I'm doing what I'm doing, and I think there'll be a point in my life where I have to think about it and have to think what's best for me and what's best for starting a family and stuff. So yeah, it's so nice when you see people announcing, that they're pregnant, and then when they come back as well, it's like, wow, that's inspiring as a female footballer to go and have that time out, have a family, and then come back and play the game.
Yeah, it was Sam Kerr and Christy Mewis who announced that they were having a baby. Also, Man United defender Hannah Blundell. She stopped playing during the season to go and have her baby. What did you think when she made that decision, when she told you all?
Oh, we were so happy for her. And little Romy is so cute. Oh my God, she came to Old Trafford the other day and she was just asleep the whole time. Like, it was so noisy and she was just asleep. I love that about babies. They just sleep wherever they want. But yeah, it's amazing that Hannah's stepped away, had a baby. We were there throughout it. Like, she would come into training as long as she could, and you could see like the bump getting bigger and bigger over time. And then when she stepped away, we had our own little baby shower for her. And then she brought little Romy in, and yeah, it's amazing to see. And it'd be nice for her to get back out on the pitch and, have a little baby watching her as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same as Tooney. Like, family is a massive part of me, and like I would love to have my own family one day, but yeah, you don't. It's so weird because like loads of your friends have babies, don't they? And they're all like our age.
Yeah.
But to us, it's like
not yet.
Yeah, like I think with football and how fast it moves and how much there is that you want to do and you want to win, like it almost just takes a little bit of a backseat. But then I think it's exciting to know that you've got another chapter, maybe after football, where you can have like a whole second life, really, where you're not on your career and you're not like, it's just a new life, which is cool to think about as well. But you don't know how long, how you're going to come back, but you also don't know how long it can take you to get pregnant or if you can have kids until you do it. So then there's like a bit of a worry there. But I think you can't. You just got to live in the here and now.
Exactly. You've already got so much pressure on your body doing what you do, and that's the priority right now.
Yeah.
Do you know what your maternity would be? What the situation would be?
It's changed recently, I think.
Yeah.
And it's good now. I mean, we also had a player at Arsenal that had a baby last year, and her support was amazing.
Great.
She was given like pelvic health like specialists, and like she her baby's called Mila, and she brings her on like trips with us, and
That's so nice.
they've been really accommodating to her, which is nice.
And now she's back playing.
And now
isn't she?
she's back playing, yeah. And yeah, her body's been through it all, and it's nice to see her journey, like as a teammate, how she went through it all and then came back, and yeah, she's been amazing. But yeah, the club helped her a lot too, and now she's got a gorgeous little family.
That's good to hear, you know, and it's good to see, and the fact that things are changing. I think across the board that's the case in so many different industries and so many different jobs. I felt like at radio, at BBC, it's been great.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's something that's changed over the years.
Yeah.
But you know, seeing people like Molly King and Charlie Hedges and my colleague Katie Thistleton all have babies recently, and didn't feel like there was any pressure to you know, to do it a certain way or be back by a certain time, or that you wouldn't have your job, or you wouldn't be, I don't know, right for Radio 1 anymore because you're a mum. Because loads of the guys, they all have babies. They just don't, you just don't know about it.
Yeah, that's like in men's football. So many of the people have babies because they obviously don't have to take too much time off work.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different story for us, isn't it? It's a bigger thing.
What kind of mums do you think you'd be?
I think I'd be a fun mum.
Yeah.
Cool mum.
Yeah.
In your leopard print.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course you'll be in
my
a
red
leopard
dress.
Doing the school run.
Yeah, cool mums, surely.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be strict. I don't think you'd ever shout.
No.
I think your kid would be really well behaved.
Oh, really?
I think
Without
mine
me
might
shouting
struggle.
At it? Yeah. Yours would be running
If mine's
around.
anything, well, from what my mum says about me when I was little, if mine's anything like me, then I'm struggling.
Be hard work.
Yeah, really bad.
Really?
Yeah, mum said I was horrible. I was a terror.
Your cousin's little baby's like a little terror, isn't he?
Yeah, you can just see in his eyes that he's got something in him. But my problem was that I was really hair sore. So when she like brushed my hair and that, I'd just kick off. So if say I have a little girl and she's hair sore, I just won't touch her hair. And it just
You don't know how to do hair anyway.
No, true, actually. I would just get a Hoover. Have you seen that? Where they get the Hoover?
And suck it all in.
Suck it up and put a bobble on the end.
Fine. I used to have, this is because I have Afro hair, but like Sunday evenings we used to sit and I would always have my hair done for the week, and it was like plait braids so tight, and I remember it being so painful, and Mum would like pull it really tight, but that's just what we did on a Sunday night. And then you'd have it for the week.
Yeah, at least it's only once a week.
Yeah, no,
You know
that's
what
I
true.
don't know
Not
how
every day.
Galton does it every week.
Yeah.
Comes in with a plaits in and I'm like,
Yeah.
I would have serious headache and hair sore.
But I'm thinking, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do those styles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leah's girlfriend's really good at it.
Yeah, she is.
But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd just have to put it in a pony. I'd teach the girl to do it in a high pony, like me.
You'd do it.
What kind of mum do you think you'll be?
Or like at the moment, I think probably because of my hormones, all I can think is like deeply loving.
Yeah.
all you're full of is just pure love.
Yeah.
Like not even at the moment, not even stress or worry, just like excitement.
Yeah.
Like we're both just buzzing.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's
nice. That's the best
That's
way
it.
to be, I
We're
think.
just, you know, and kind of, I'm sort of marveling all the time at what the body is capable of.
Yeah.
The way it changes, the way it knows. Like I don't have to go, okay, today I'm going to make hands. Today I'm going to make a spleen. Like, otherwise I wouldn't do it, in the same way that we don't have to sit here and go, right, breathe in, breathe out. Otherwise we wouldn't do
Do
it.
you have the app on your phone where it says that this week it's an avocado?
Yeah.
My mates are obsessed with that.
I am a bit, but it doesn't, so this week apparently it's pomelo.
What's that?
Like a grapefruit, but last week it was an aubergine. Now, in my understanding...
Aubergine's
bigger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also, aren't they two different shapes?
Different shapes.
Yeah.
Different shapes. Like, one week it was a cauliflower. I was like, well, cauliflower's really strange.
It's like this in your womb.
Butternut squash. But then it was a different kind of pumpkin. And so I'm not...
Yeah, you've got
Not
to fit.
Yeah.
sold. I'm not sold.
Are you just going to go with the flow?
I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah, that's the
Nice.
best
Having
way
an
to be, isn't it?
absolutely lovely time, to be honest.
I think seeing all my mates turn into mums and like they're on their journey, and you just got to go with the flow, aren't you? Like every child is different.
Yeah.
Like no one can do the same thing for the child. You know what I mean? So seeing them going their journeys and doing different things, it's just so nice. Like I love kids that you can just give back when they're quiet and sleeping, when they cry.
Yeah,
You just
here
give
you
them
go.
back.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Hello, Tooney and Russo fans. My name's Roman Kemp.
I'm Tom Grennan.
And we are dropping in to introduce to you About.
Each week we have unfiltered conversations we usually save for the group chat.
Join us for our weekly catch-up, otherwise known as a podcast on BBC Sounds.
Does anyone have baby names on the phone, like in the notes page?
Yeah,
I've always done that.
I have too. I've had it for years.
Have you?
Yeah.
Are
Have
you?
you-
Would you share what's on there, or no? Is it?
Can
is
I
it
can
too
I tell
personal?
you? Can I guess what's on there?
Yeah.
Go on.
Vinny, Lenny, Reggie.
Yeah. I like IE. However, Joe's second name's Bunny, so it doesn't fit nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Vinny
Reggie Bunny.
Oh, your granddad's name?
Arnie.
Arnie. I was going to say
Oh,
Artie.
Arnie is so cute.
Arnie. Margot.
Baby names. Look at them all.
What?
I'm having 70. I'm having 20 kids.
Luna.
You're gonna need 20. I don't have that.
Yeah, Les actually said, what about Luna for a girl? Because we always say that my dad's gone to the moon, he's the man on the moon. And Luna means moon.
Yeah, that's
Wouldn't that be nice?
But
if
I
you had
have
a little girl and
I
called
have
her
a
Luna.
I have seen a lot of dogs called Luna.
Nah, but little Luna Bunny.
This is one thing
cute.
I've realised is that there's a fine line between cute baby name and dog name.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
a fine line.
And also, isn't it funny, like, you see a name that you love and then you remember this horrible kid at
Yeah.
school?
yeah.
That's why we're
Wow,
not
I'm
saying
not having that
anything
name.
out loud
Yeah.
because then you get a look from someone who knows someone called that, and then it's like the context is ruined.
So have
Yeah.
you got a few that you're thinking about? Or
There's a couple. There's
Yeah.
a couple that we like, but we won't say them to anyone else.
No.
Yeah,
Keep
no,
it
keep
in-house.
it-
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I
But
one
have
of
you
those
got
mine.
one that you prefer more than the others?
We've got two that we prefer more than
Okay,
others.
nice. And then when you see them, you'll be like,
We've got to get to know them.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers had earth names for ages. My mum just didn't name us for it, whatever the maximum time you can do before you legally have to name your child. So I was called Weaving Basket. My brother, well, Louis was called Running Water. Theo was Beaming Moon, and Gabe was Tall Trees.
oh,
So we're all
they're
just
nice.
like-
nice. But
You
why
should've
were
just
you
kept them
weaving
names.
basket?
Weaving,
I love a
what is it?
basket.
Weaving basket. Hope.
Weaving Basket Warsaw Hope. And then my middle name is Wayao, which is Igbo, so Nigerian tribal language. It's Igbo for Child of the Sun, which is my great grandmother's
that's nice.
name. Yeah, we've all got like Igbo names, Earth names, and then our actual names. I don't know why I was Weaving Basket actually.
Yeah, tall trees and
Yeah,
then you're
Beaming Moon.
yeah, weaving
But I do love a
basket.
basket. I actually bought at the weekend a new, but I've got so many baskets. I like to go out with a basket. I bought a basket in the shape of a donkey.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
It's neither here nor there, but anyway, I do. That's something I have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the baby.
for the baby.
Yeah.
At the moment, everything.
Yeah.
It's for the baby.
Yeah.
I love those videos. I always cry at them when someone's had a baby and then the mum and dad come into the room and they're like, we've named it. And then they say like, so like, for example, you'd have a baby, a boy, and you'd be like, we've named him Mario, and tell your dad.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking, I cannot name my kids Karen. Karen, you can't name your kid Karen anymore. And Nick. Like, they're not like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, mum, I've named her after you. Karen. You know what I mean? Who looked at the baby and said, that's a Karen, that.
Karen, my dad's called Nigel.
Yeah.
Don't get a baby Nigel
Yeah,
anymore.
that is and
Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, baby.
Adam's trying to go for Mohamed Salah, which
Oh,
so we can't call
after
the child
Liverpool
Mohamed
winning the
Salah.
league.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you actually, where could you live? Is it dead cert that it will be the UK, or could you see yourself like Italy or going back to America or being abroad?
I'm staying in Tilsley.
Yeah, you
That's
are.
home. Yeah. I don't think I'll leave. Maybe I'll have a nice holiday home somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe Ibiza or
Ibiza,
something
I
like
knew you were
that.
gonna
Yeah.
say that.
But I'll always come home.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'll live. Probably just near family, wherever they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, it's that support network, isn't it? It's having your people, because at the end of the day, home, I don't think is a place.
No.
It's the people around you. It's a feeling.
Yeah, I'm not really too fussed, to be honest. Just near family and friends.
Yeah. And all mine are stuck in Tilsley, so.
Yeah, they'll be there forever. So you will be there too.
Before we finish, I just want to imagine, okay, let's step into a time machine. We go forward in the future, 50 years. What would you like to have achieved? What would you like to look back on your life and think, yeah, I'm really proud of doing that?
When I was in America, our coach was like a legend out there. Like, he was really like philosophical and like really wanted you to be like a good person, a good student, because obviously we were in college out there too. And he's like, whenever you think back on your life and what you want to be, just think about what you'd want people to say at your funeral. And I think like ultimately, yeah, we want to achieve everything, but you want people to remember you for who you are and
for the person.
Yeah, and how you make them feel. And so I think that's important, but obviously we want to win everything too, don't we?
It's in our nature.
Yeah.
Competitive nature. But yeah, I think being a good person, being someone who, gives everything every time they step onto the pitch, I think they're the main things. And obviously when I'm that age, I would like to think I've brought up a lovely family as well.
Yeah.
You'd be what? In your 70s, in 50 years old. Do you know anyone around that age? Who are the older people in your lives who are wise, I guess? What sort of advice do they give you?
Nan.
Oh, my nanny's so cute.
Oh yeah, my nan's mad.
She's so funny. I don't know. My nan is just like such a family person. She lives in Italy, and she would just do anything for any of us, our family, our grandkids. So I think that's just nice to know that. And she's like a biggest support system. She texts me before every game. She's really good on her phone, considering she's like
very good.
86. She's got her Fire Stick set up so she can watch the game. She voice notes me. She FaceTimes me. She's really, really tapped in to her technology side. But that's good because she lives in Italy, so we need to speak to her. She's very clever as well. So
she texts when they don't see like me and Les together on camp. She'll text saying, "Is Tooney okay? Where is Tooney?"
Yeah, she texted me one camp because I don't know why or what happened, but we weren't seen together for like the first few days. And she texted me saying, "Hi, hope you're having a lovely camp. Just wanted to make sure you and Ella haven't fallen out because I've been following all the socials and I haven't seen you two
It's like
together."
the Daily Mail. Just get the scoop.
This is what happens when me and Les aren't pictured together for one day on camp. Yeah. Everyone thinks we fell out.
I feel like the future's looking good.
Yeah.
The future looks good. Looks bright.
Yeah.
Looks orange.
Yeah. Exciting times.
Thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode of the Tooney and Russo Show. Remember, on YouTube and BBC Sounds, we've got loads more episodes for you to get stuck into, and stay tuned for the next episode of the pod that drops. We'll see you.